It is time, bowling fans, to crown a champion on the PWBA Tour. It's the 2017 Cubica AMF PWBA Sonoma County Open. Four of the world's best bowlers compete for a title and prize money. We have a stepladder format today. Maria Jose Rodriguez from Colombia opens play against the number 3 seed Shannon Plowski from Dayton, Ohio. Randy Branca makes her TV debut as the number 2 seed. Colombia's Rocio Restrepo waits at the top of the stepladder as the number 1 seed looking for her 3rd career title. Hello again, everyone, and welcome to PWBA Bowling Action on CBS Sports Network. It's great to have you with us. Dave Ryan alongside Kelly Kulick, 2-time USBC Queens champ. We're joined by Hall of Famer Carolyn Doran-Ballard in a moment. And Brandy Branca, Kelly, is quite a story. She's a head coach at Maryville University, Division II program in St. Louis, and today makes her TV debut.
Yes, a full-time member, though not a full-time bowler. She started out a little slow out of the gate in this event, but once she made the top 12, she put her foot on the gas pedal and accelerated into the number 2 seed. Coaching the girls at school has helped her game individually and led her to this moment.
Now, the lone lefty in our 4-bowler field today is Shannon Plowski from Dayton, Ohio. She has no tour titles, but 2 majors. Today could be the time she breaks through.
Absolutely, Dave. Shannon's had successful past 2 seasons. Although not winning, she's always made shows. She's been a contender, and since she's the only left-hander in the field today, I really like her chances for winning her first event.
Our top seed today is Rocio Restrepo. She's joined now by Carolyn Doran-Ballard.
I'm here with our tournament leader, Rocio Restrepo. And Rocio, great season last year, 2 victories, 2nd in points, and you're rolling right into 2017 on top. What did you do to prepare?
I actually bowled a few tournaments with the national team of Colombia. I bowled some of the men's stops. I actually took 2 months off before we came out on tour because I was feeling a little tired. I put my game together again and work on a little bit of my pitches on the bowling balls, my game, and just came with like a fresh mental start to the season, and so far it's been so good.
Okay, you're one of the ones that when we talk to you when you're done bowling, if you don't perform to, the best of your ability and what you feel you should have done on the lanes, you told us that you handle it differently. You don't get really mad. You kind of go back and you assess things. What are some of the things you do?
I actually just, I take every game at a time, like every shot. And I don't dwell on the past because, I'm grateful every day to just be here and be alive and be able to perform at the highest level. So to me, it's just a blessing to have the women's tour back. So I'm thankful for the PWBA. And I just move on. Many of you know that I believe in God, and, that's the biggest thing in my life. So if it's not meant to be, I put it to Him, and I move on.
Okay, well, good luck today. Back to you, Dave.
CDB, Rocio, thanks so much. The top seed is ready. Our first match, Maria Jose Rodriguez, Shannon Plowski, is on the way on CBS Sports Network. Ready for our first match. Plowski and Rodriguez head-to-head.
Maria will kick off the match. Flat 10 pin for Maria. She started the match. Shannon is the higher seed. She gets to choose which lane or where she starts. She selected Maria. Start the match. So she will finish last. 10 pin spare.
4 seed, originally from Colombia. Ooh. And now lives in Austin, Texas. At 28 years old, whiffs on that 10 pin, so an early open. Former star from Maryland Eastern Shore, 2011 graduate. Here is the lefty, the number 3 seed, Shannon Plowski. Dayton, Ohio. The quest for her first official tour title. Starts right here. That's a high shot right through the nose. And leaves the 2-4-7.
7 count out of the gate. Challenging pattern the ladies are bowling on. But again, Shannon being only lefty in the field might be an advantage for her as the matches progress.
A lot of lefties will tell you that, as Shannon did with us pre-match. It's, if I'm bowling well, it's an advantage. I mean, if I create the correct path to the 1-2 pocket, no, they tap on the 7 pin and avoids the early open to match Maria's open frame. That's a good early break.
Yeah, each player views it differently. When there's few left-handers in the field and you migrate to the next pair and you see it as a fresh condition again, if you bowl great on the fresh, which Shannon often does, it's great. But as they transition over time and change, you have to read your ball reaction.
5 shows last year.
Hook a little
3 times. No runner-up. It did hook enough, Shannon. And all 10 down. Maria searching for her first career title, but did win a Queens.
Another one. I was second in that show again.
Sorry, Kelly.
That's all right.
High shot, and some trouble finding the 1-3 pocket here for Maria Jose Rodriguez. 3-6-10 stand for her here.
An overview right around 12 at about 40 so feet, high on the head pin. 3-6-10.
Covers nicely, avoids a second open. That's good news for Maria Jose Rodriguez, our future for the sport. Oil pattern. Kelly, tell us about the conditions.
All right, look at this blue line here. 40 feet is where it ends. This is where the front to back oil ends right here. It's a very, very flat pattern. On a scale of 1 to 10, this was a 9.5. A lot of friction. The ball hooks at the end of the pattern, wants to make a sideways change in direction. Even though the volume was high, the girls must play deep inside on the lane.
Out of the lane, she cannot hit the pocket right now. Another 7-pin count. And the hole grows deeper for her here early.
Well, it is a 9.5 difficulty pattern, as the judges would say. I bowled on it all week long, and 2 ways you can play the flat pattern: outside on the extreme gutter, or deep inside to create some type of hold down the lane. Makes a 2-4-5 though, and I will say this, with experiencing it all week long, there was no easy spares. You saw Maria miss the 10-pin. Double woods were challenging, the 2-8 or the 3-9 for the left-handers. Everything was challenging on this pattern. So don't expect to see too high of scores until they break down a little bit more.
Shannon works on a strike and comes through. Expands her early lead here to 24 pins. Let's break down the southpaw.
Shannon has a traditional 4-step style. Starts with the left foot, leads with the push away, past the second step, high backswing. Notice she has a slightly bent elbow there with that higher backswing. She does not slide. She plants heel to toe. Trail leg is beautiful diagonal right behind her. Shannon's asset is that she can throw the ball very hard, about 18 to 19 miles per hour.
Didn't like that one, but it's a pretty good result.
And because of her ball speed, she's able to do things like that and mix up the pins so well in comparison to the other women on tour.
Watch early round coverage of all PWBA events, plus live and on-demand coverage of the best professional bowling action on Extra Frame. Visit www.extraframe.tv for more information or to subscribe today.
Now 40-foot pattern, extreme way down the lane. She's right around board 9 or 10 at the break point. Flatter pattern, catches the swishy strike. It's amazing her ball roll is able to break up so much. Light 7-pin though for Maria. You see both athletes are attacking the lane from deep inside angles, almost of a crisscross. Her footwork from behind, she almost walks a little bit straight. Slides, great release hand. See as the ball is changing direction, deflects slightly, but makes a spare.
Does have a 7-pin.
Going to her bag for another ball change.
It's a one-game match here. She can't afford to fall any further behind Shannon Plowski. Tournament numbers coming in, just shy of a 198 average. Member of Team Columbia since 2009.
Smart ball change for Maria. Ball picked up sooner in the mid lane, changed direction, goes straight through to take out the 8-9. So you could see as it tries to make a hard left turn as it goes towards the pocket with that angle change. This time it was enough energy for the 4-pin to kick out that 7. Shannon working on the double. 2, 3 in a row. 3 in a row for Shannon, working for 4.
Oh, go.
4-bagger, hoping that would cross over. Didn't like it at all for good reason there. 5-8.
This pattern really made you keep your ball speed up and try to force the ball down the lane because of the high amount of friction at the end of the pattern. As you said before, Dave, the last one was way over here, good 5 boards further outside. This one was just right off her hand, and the only way to create the hold is to create more angle through the front.
There's the spare. Nicely done by Shannon. So clearly, Kelly, we're going to have a grind-out type match.
Yeah, it was low scores throughout the week. 185 just to make the cashier's round, that was the average was. Match play, the top 12, those bowlers averaged 195, so not many of the ladies were above par, above 200 average for this event. It really was if we were bowling a major championship, that's how challenging the pattern was.
Hook a little bit.
It does not, Shannon. Wow, misses that 1-2 pocket again, just trying to find a better look. 1-3-6-10.
It was difficult. You know, you often asked yourself the question, is it the ball or is it the player? Because you were really trying to control the pocket throughout the entire game itself. And when you don't see something you like, you maybe do something different physically. And as a result, it's just a little bit inconsistent controlling the pocket.
Ooh. Awesome.
She knew it. Once she released that one down lane, misses the head pin. So things are interesting here. Midway point, match number 1. Pin match. Plowski Rodriguez. Carolyn has more.
Well, one of the things Maria is really concentrating on is being able to use her hand when she wants to. And what I mean by that is she chose to use 2 balls that are pretty smooth, wants to control the pocket. And if she needs to do something different, she wants to be able to do it with her hand, not actually the ball, because that's what she's most comfortable with. Shauna Plowski, on the other hand, is really concentrating on keeping her hand really, really free because she knows she has to make good shots. She's trying not to let last season enter into her mind, and she's trying to keep that hand really quiet at the bottom to allow her ball to roll.
Maria Rodriguez executing fantastic delivery. Stone 8-pin, just an unfortunate leave. The ball change was definitely the step in the right direction. Maybe some momentum now to keep her in that striking pocket.
An open start to match for Maria. She's bounced back nicely. Former Division I Player of the Year at Maryland Eastern Shore. All 10 down. Finding a look after the ball change.
And it is possible the lanes do change over time, even through the practice session. You can see the ball as it is into the roll phase, kicks out the 5, then goes towards the 9-pin. Just enough energy in the pins, though, to domino effect into one and the other. 5 and 1 in match play. Excellent shot by Shannon. Taking a note from Carolyn's book, it looks like her hand got around that a little bit more freely with her swing. And again, as a player, you got to throw the ball down the lane. Look right here, she's sliding or planning around 30 in between the 2 hash markers. So between 37 and 40 feet, she's right around board 12. Finds the 1-2.
Best shot of the match. Wow.
Yes.
Crunched 10 back into the pit there.
Hook.
Just enough.
Yeah, you could see her hands getting more aggressive at the bottom of the swing. With the extreme angle, you know the ball has to change direction back towards the pocket. Therefore, you have to have more axis rotation for the ball to come back. So really extreme as the ball goes all the way to the left side of the lane. Head pin bounces off the sidewall. Bucket could have stood. She says hook, likes the pin reaction, walks away with 10.
Maria comes in way high, almost gets a strike out of it. Single pin standing for her.
8 pin the last time on that lane. Could have been the 4-9. 4-step approach. Good hand action at the bottom of the swing. Not enough to take out the 9.
There's the mark. 4-time All-American. 3 straight MEAC Player of the Year awards. Speaking of college bowling, Maryville University head coach is Branca, and she awaits the winner as the number 2 seed. Her TV debut, that is next. First, we have to settle this one. Ninth frame, big shot.
10 pins off the deck right there for Maria Jose Rodriguez. You can see she's getting more left to right. She has more hand action at the bottom. 19-20 at the arrows, all the way at board. 8-9 right there at the hash marker. That's at the 40 feet length, folks. And again, watches the ball. Changes direction. X on the board.
Go.
Wow.
Shot.
Blisters through the rack with the 9-pin stance. The ball speed just demolishes the pins.
Yeah, she said, oh no, I'm not quite sure. She didn't like it. I thought it was pretty good. But just as the 8-pin is the bad break for the right-handers, the 9-pin for Shannon, the lefty.
Keeps the match tight. There's the spare. We spoke with Shannon pre-match, Kelly, about the pressure of trying to win that first title on the PWBA Tour. And she said, yeah, it was frustrating last year. I came close a lot, but that's the past. She's really focused on now.
Yeah, and don't forget, you know, to make the show is so much skill level. Sometimes you catch some bad breaks on TV, the environment you're in. It's such an accomplishment just to give yourself the opportunity to be on the show and your chance to win. Not sure how many number 1 seeds won last year, how many people actually ran the ladder.
Oh, go.
It sure does go. Wow.
It's-
10 back.
What makes me laugh about Shannon is every time she thinks it's going to be bad or something, they all strike. They all go down. 17, 18 at the arrows, again between those 2 hash marks. Annihilates the pins. I wish she didn't like every strike, because when she doesn't like it, she always strikes.
It seems like it.
Yep. Ball change for some information. So 222 max score for Shannon. If she strikes out, she will advance to the next round and face Brandy waiting in the sidelines.
Runner-up at the Las Vegas Open, the Storm Sacramento Open, and the U.S. Open. 4th twice as well in Wichita and Lexington. A season of close but not quite for Shannon last year. This is 2017. And she will move up the ladder. Brandy Branca awaiting the number 2 seed. Brandy's TV debut against the star left-hander Shannon Plowski comes your way next on CBS Sports Network. .222-205 victory for Shannon Plowski over Maria Rodriguez in the opening match. Plowski climbs a ladder. See Jim Decker, proprietor of Double Decker Lanes in Rohnert Park, California. Not too far from San Francisco. Awesome setup. The golf course is right there. Parking lot of Double Decker Lanes. You can do both.
Beautiful center, wonderful hosts, really cater to the women. Water and snacks throughout the week. But Shannon will start off the match. She found the pocket the last few frames, comes up a bit high for the 4-7. Yeah, best of both worlds. Indoor recreation, competition, outdoor recreation
I'm not
competition.
sure what's better than that.
Do they let you take the golf cart from the golf course to the bowling center?
If they don't, they should.
They should, okay.
Covers 4-7, and Shannon has her mark to begin the match. Now, Branca, number 2 seed from Fairview Heights, Illinois, south of Chicago, about an hour or so, she says. To McKendree in suburban St. Louis. Played there for Gary White. Shannon O'Keefe, now the head coach there. National champion coach. Been on TV before as a collegiate, never as a pro until right now. First shot on TV, comes in a bit high, but takes care of all 10.
She annihilated the pins. Brandy's form is somewhat different. The heel is first on a 4-step approach, as you see right there. Comes up first, it pushes down, and then moves the ball on the 2nd step. Walks by it very, very fast. And still is able to have good, firm ball speed, and her long arms allow her to project the ball down the lane.
Her high school did not have bowling, no team. So she bowled leagues, but caught the eye of Gary White and bowled NAIA. Way off the mark there. Comes in light, 1-2-4. At McKendree became a national champion.
Yeah, and all throughout qualifying and match play, the 2nd round of qualifying and indeed in match play, she annihilated the field. She averaged 215 with match play, which on this pattern is at least 10 pins higher than her competitors. Gotta love the shirt too.
It's fantastic.
I don't want to break out in song though.
I'd like to hear it.
1-2-4. No problem.
Lefty from Dayton steps back up.
She looks a bit more comfortable in this game than she did in the first one, but again, 2-time Collegiate Player of the Year in 01 and 05. She is a graduate of Nebraska. One of Bill's jobs.
Shannon.
Just like it, but
Come on.
sometimes a break. 4-7 trip late, but you know she can't miss the pocket too many times here in this match.
She does unique ball roll. 4-step approach. She walks to the right and then comes back over to the left. Look at her axis rotation on the ball. She does. She scatters the pins, and it's really because of her ball speed and what she does. She's just able to knock out a lot of things when most players can't. Rev rate and ball speed.
Top 10 on the tour last year with 5 TV appearances.
Go.
Earnings points. Average match play. Top 10. Tied for first with those 5 appearances. Trying to break through here today for a victory.
A lot on her mind right now, weighing in. Trying to see what her next move might be. 2-4 spare. No problem for Shannon. All right, Dave, so Branca, the Wonder Woman jersey. You know, the movie was just released on Friday. Saturday was National Wonder Woman Day. So she's having a great time.
Nice shot there and a 10-pin. Can't wait for the movie. Just love those action movies.
Yeah.
Superhero, they're just awesome. Incredible. Reminder that any player rolls a 300 game during today's telecast will receive a $10,000 bonus courtesy of GoBowling.com. Visit GoBowling.com to find local bowling centers, get tips from the pros, and for all the latest news and information about your favorite sport, bowling. Not going to see that in this game, but perhaps on our show. Ten pin and a spare for Brandy.
Brandy takes off her wrist device when she's shooting the spares. Puts it back on for the first ball.
Let's go back down to Carolyn.
Well, not much changes. Not much is changing with Shannon or Brandy. They're still both using a ball that's very smooth because the key is to control the pocket. This lane pattern went through a few transitions during the week, and the key was to still just keep it, you know, for the right-handers in the 1-3, make your spare. For the left-handers, the 1-2, make the spare. Really, spares is what it was all about. But basically, both girls still sticking to their game plan, but they both do have to project the ball slightly. For Brandy to the right just a little bit, and for Shannon a little bit to the left, because there is no hold build up yet.
Exactly so, Carolyn. And what you mean by transition is just the fronts start to go away a little bit, the middles get a bit tighter, and the ball perceives like it's going longer. So you have to change balls, maybe change equipment, change angles. But right there you can see it's just trying to get up to the 1-3. Extreme angles that the women played. 2-5 spare.
When she converts. Brandy told us a story about her dad, Bob, who's been very sick. Glad that Bob is on the mend, had some heart problems. I told him in January, hey, Dad, you got to stick around and see me win on the PWBA tour. I'm going to make some shows. And she has. Here today. Dad's doing better. I'm sure he's pretty happy to be watching this right now.
Yes.
Shannon for 7.
Wow. I put a blinker on when it made that right-hand turn. Not really sure what happened on there too. Both girls, because the righty-lefty got cross-lane action, like a scissor effect going on. So she's in between the hash markers right there where she was earlier down here, but all of a sudden that ball is going to duck hook to the right. Really strong on the head pin.
4-7 covers. Well, last year, as we told you, Shannon, just tremendous in terms of the TV shows, tied for first on the PWBA tour with 5, but did not win a championship. 3 runner-up finishes. That might change right here.
Yes, Dave, indeed. You know, she's always there. You can't count her out. She's like the left-handed version of Liz Johnson. 12 events, 5. I think she made the most shows last season out of all the athletes. And 3 runner-ups. So past is in the past. New year, new event.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, she liked that. Right off the release for good reason. 60 feet to success there for Shannon. She just blisters the rack. Wow. Her ball speed's got to be among the very best in the world.
It is. It's fantastic. And what I love so much about Shannon's game is she's so versatile. I mean, here you're bowling on a 40-foot flat pattern. She's playing in between the 4th arrow and 3rd arrow, deep inside angles. She really sees the lane very, very well. And again, her ball roll and her ball speed allows her to mix up the pins very generously.
Carried nicely for Brandy. Her best prior finished 9th at the Detroit Open last year. McKendry, great run in college. There's been some big moments before, but nothing like this on the PWBA tour. A great match here with Plowski.
And because of her schedule, being the collegiate coach, her summers are off. So she looks to bowl the entire season of the ladies' 2017 PWBA tour.
We hope to see her out even more on TV, absolutely. She's still recruiting and still working with her athletes, but like Shannon O'Keefe, good schedule allows for competition.
Yes.
He's on strike and gets some help and strikes to take the lead. A double for Brandy Branca, the Maryville University head coach, and perhaps a PWBA Tour champion. We're going to find out. The conclusion of this match with Plowski comes your way next. Last year, Shannon O'Keefe won this event. This year, 68 entries, and the average of cash over 185. Really a great field.
Yeah, very strong field. Again, match play record 195, so just below par. But Rocio, your tournament leader, averaged 205. I said Brandy averaged 215 in match play. Slow scoring throughout the week, but other finishers. Diana from Latvia, another 5th place finish. She's working on her game. Missy Parkin. Leanne Holstenberg, one of the veterans, Pleasant View, Utah, just missing out in the bracket finals. And Kayla Johnson, been on a tour a few years.
2017 Queens champ Diana. Second of her great career. Just missing shows last year for Diana. Making shows, not winning. The story for Shannon last season. Maybe that all changes because with Diana, she was able to break through.
Yeah, she was.
And win her Queens this year.
Oh, go.
7-pin.
She didn't like it, I liked it. She was very aggressive and firm with her speed. Able to create that push down the lane. Ringing at 7. Little left of where she's been. But watch the 4-pin, 2-pin, kicks it in a back angle, and it slides in front of that 7.
What was her reaction? Thought for a second, based on that, she might have missed the 7, but she's got it. She's all right.
We have the audio going on with it as well, yep.
She might have been thinking about the first shot, recapping with a single pin spare conversion, which she takes care of to keep this match very tight.
Ooh, ringing 7.
7-pin. Her dad and Autumn, you're here. Rooting on Shannon.
Autumn is the light of her life. She is an energetic young little girl. And I know all the other ladies appreciate when she's around. They seems to brighten up the atmosphere.
Nothing quite like it.
I want the energy of Autumn, yep.
I've got 4 of them. Not so little anymore. 7-pin.
She knows a good shot. Again, controlling the pocket, staying clean was key all week long here. Brandy's working on a double, looking for 3 in a row.
Big shot, 7-pin count.
2-4-5.
4-5 leave.
Yep. Let's look here. She steps left on that second step. In between the 4th and 5th arrow, way down the lane. Board number 11 right there at that hash mark. And you had to keep it just either over the hash mark or right inside of it. It's almost like you were shooting a 3-pin spare for the right-handers. You wanted to hit the 1-3. Two, 4-5 easily goes down for Brandy, keeping her 7-pin lead over Shannon.
Brandy's message to us pre-match: I'm just gonna have fun. 1 frame at a time. Whatever happens, happens. Just try to be sort of happy-go-lucky. First ever TV appearance. All of a sudden now she's in a dogfight with one of the world's best, right down to the wire. This isn't fun. This is intense competition right now.
The pattern was hard. The scoring was low. TV, lights, everything.
8th frame. All 10 down. Big strike for Brandy Branca. Are you looking for some great PWBA gear? Then visit the official online store of the PWBA at shoppwba.com. She practices a lot with them. Lucio Restrepo, former star at Wichita State, speaking of collegiate bowling, is the top seed. He's the winner of this match. Shannon works on a spare. Gets a break.
Every time she doesn't like it. Trips the 6-pin. As long as the ball is on target, as long as her arm swing through her path, that's how she controls the pocket. And again, the ball speed. The less it slows down, the more in line it's going to stay. And on this pattern, that was an asset. 3-pin goes off the sidewall, kicks into the 10, knocks over the 6.
action frame anyone's match. Didn't react to that one.
No.
Was not the best shot. 4-7 up.
No, try to push it down. We tried it sometimes to manipulate the ball reaction. It just would change direction suddenly, then all of a sudden it would go straight, and a lot of question marks throughout the player's head all week long. We just try to compromise and again, hit the pocket, leave makeable spares.
Brandy said two of her role models, Kelly and Carolyn, broadcast partners today. She's watched a lot of bowling on TV, she said. And she's a head coach, but right now she is going for a championship. Got to get through 3-seed Shannon Plowski first. Ninth frame works on a strike. All 10 down.
Yep,
Big
like the last time.
Make.
Let's look at Brandy's approach from behind. Because of that heel step, when she takes that first step with the heel down, her swing is going to tuck behind her back, right there, right behind the head, and then try to come down and reshape itself. So her swing goes a little bit more in front of her, ball gets a little bit away from her ankle, but because of her rotation and her speed, she's able to keep the ball in line.
TV debuted. As you got it?
Almost left at 210. Got a little quick with the ball swing from the top of the swing, pulled down slightly. There's that wrap behind the back, and then watch her rotation. She falls off balance. Ball is spinning more instead of rolling. 10-pin was last to fall there.
She looked down.
Yeah, she stuck. A little acceleration. 9 count was great, though.
Needs it, gets it, has her mark.
Most Shannon could shoot is 207, so Brandy will have the opportunity to bowl for her first PWBA title.
How about that? First time ever on TV as a pro.
Ball change on the fill. Little information going into that championship match.
211, enough for Brandy Branca. And she'll advance. Take on Rocio Restrepo. We come back, some bowling tips from our very own Kelly Kulik. Big moment for Brandy Branca. TV debut as a pro, and she's a winner. Wonder Woman advances. Shannon Plowski beat Maria Rodriguez 222-205 in the opening match, but then Brandy Branca, TV debut as a pro, 211-197 over Shannon Plowski. Rocio Restrepo awaits Brandy, the top seed in the championship match. To help better your game in this week's bowling tip, Kelly Kulik takes us through playing the inside line.
Hi, I'm Kelly Kulik, and this is today's tip. Today's tip is knowing how to play deep inside angles, really focusing on where you should look on the lane to have better success playing deep inside. When I'm playing a deep inside angle, the focus is to want to look long to try to get the ball down the lane. But in reality, the best thing to do is look closer, bring your target closer to you. What that does is it allows your thumb to come out of the ball a lot quicker and your launch angles to be tighter to your ankle at the release. It will create more projection through the front part of the lane, a lot more skid, and then give you that S shape in the back portion of the lane. Really successful way, so try bringing your eyes closer or your target closer to you at the dots, maybe even in front of the arrows, and use that to play deep inside angles once you're past the 4th or 5th arrow. That is today's tip. I hope you have great success next time you go out in the lanes playing those deep inside angles.
All right, Kelly, thanks. Great advice. Rocio Restrepo, #1 seed from Louisville, Ohio, not far from Akron. Originally from Colombia. She'll go for a title head-to-head with Branca when we return. On TV. Shannon over Maria, Brandy over Shannon, and here we are. Championship match. Jay Buell, Senior VP of Sales for Cubica AMF, next to Tour star Clara Guerrero. Great to see Jay here. Fantastic PWBA bowling on CBS Sports Network comes down to this. Championship match. Rocio Restrepo, top seed. Branca, TV debut as a pro. One match from a title. How about that?
Fantastic.
Not the start she envisioned.
No, much deeper than where she finished the previous game. Could be breaking down more with the little practice that Rocio had.
6, 7, 10 here.
Almost over the 5th arrow. Before she was 10, 11, 12 at the hash mark. You could see she's a good 3 boards inside that. Not enough push down the lane. 6, 7, 10. Possibility.
No.
10 only. Well, if you want to have an open frame, first frame is the one you want to
Have
do.
it early.
Yep.
Now, Rocio Restrepo, boy, they just got to give her so much confidence. Louisville, Ohio, through the Akron area.
Many great shots. Have fun.
She's coming off a high from last year, runner-up to Player of the Year to Liz Johnson. Made a show here as the tournament leader.
Seems so confident, top of the broadcast with Carolyn. For Brandy's first open of the show. Not what she had hoped for either with a 6-pin count, but easier conversion.
Rocio's game, small in stature, but don't let that fool you. 4-step approach, big first step as she gets the ball out in front of her, going into that downward motion. Lunges on that 3rd step, high back swing slightly above her head. Good long slide. Always posts the shot. Again, she's able to create a lot of ball speed with the use of her leg strength.
A lot to cover.
Come on, baby girl.
Handles it.
Come on.
Won the Greater Detroit Open and the St. Petersburg Clearwater Open last year for her 2 titles.
Got over the hump by winning the Detroit event. Carried that momentum. Defeated Lindsey Boomershine in Clearwater, Florida for her 2nd title. Now she's looking to claim title number 3.
Yeah.
Time member of Team Colombia. Trip on the 4-pin there. Not going to see that here, but any player who does roll a 300 game during our telecast this year receive a $10,000 bonus courtesy of GoBowling.com. Visit GoBowling.com to find local bowling centers, get tips from the pros, and for all the latest news and information about your favorite sport, bowling. What's going through Brandy's mind right now? First ever show, championship match.
Well, she just won the last match, exuding confidence right there, defeating Shannon. She's got nothing to lose. First time she's ever been here, her only experience. She's just going to throw shots and hit the head pin. Look at her style right here. Sliding 36 in between the 4th and 5th arrow. Just on the inside of that hash marker at 43 feet where I said earlier. She crushed the pocket on that one. 10 straight back. Looking for the double.
Comes in high. We've seen this before.
Same result on this lane.
Wow, 6, 7, 10 again.
So 2 questions you ask yourself as a bowler. The first one, was that me? Was it my execution that gave me the result? Or is it the lane giving me new information? She went high, high, you have to move. Gotta move.
Wow, cross lane almost kicked out the 7, but it's another open frame instead, so that's 2. And Rocio sees the lead balloon to 24 pins and works on a strike here in the 3rd.
Yeah, she had about 6 or 8 shots when she came over to the telecast pair. She left the bucket on the right lane. Self-positive talk to herself. Gotta dig her fingers into those grips.
Rocio's message to us pre-show. She's got nothing to prove now. She's arrived. She's ready. Keep on winning.
Vamos. He's waiting for you.
I like her
He's
mindset.
waiting for you at home. Go for him.
Always positive.
He's waiting for
I
you.
feel she's
Come on.
one of the best players out here on tour. That's the attitude and mental preparation you need. And just look at the season. I mean, 13 cashes, tied for first place, 11th appearances in match play, and last year's average 213. Just second to Liz. Could have won it too.
Great stats.
Looking for the triple.
Okay.
Whoa, that could have been worse. Just the 6
Waiting
pin.
for you, baby girl. Come on.
Both players finding a lot of hook on the left lane now. High on the head pin here. Almost directly on it. Through it, splitting the pocket. Could have been the 6-7. But there was enough action off the side rail to leave only the 6 pin. She knew it too.
Told us she really wants to enjoy the wins more this year. Take in the moment. Appreciate it.
on,
There's
baby
the
girl.
spare for her. Let's go back to Carolyn.
Both ladies are finding that the left lane is starting to hook a little bit earlier. When Brandy gets up on the left lane, she is going to move a couple boards to the left and try to project her ball further to the right. One of the keys to Brandy's success during the week was her ball speed allowed her to create hold, and that's what she's going to focus on. Rocio's game plan, I'm going to chase it. I'm going to continue to hit the 1-3 and make my spares and hopefully win this match.
It was key all week long. Hit the pocket, leave something makeable. Down below, ball speed firm. Even high on the right lane. Rocio is standing all the way around board 35-36, just next to the ball return, hovering that cap cover. Brandy's getting closer to her. Both women playing almost the same zone on the lane. .610, no problem. She was high, her feet roughly about 34, 33. That's the inside of her left foot when I talk about that. Let's see how much of a movement she's going to make on the back of the approach. Almost the same spot. Oh, there's the heel creep in a little bit left. 34, 35. Definitely deep arty hours there. And there's
Nice result. Wow. Brings us all 10 back into the pit with a perfect strike and placement in the 1-3 pocket.
Brandy's first one. This is where she split. Sliding about 35. All right, right there. 23 at the arrows. This one a pinch deeper. Yes, indeed. 25, but definitely 2 boards deeper inside. Maybe not a gigantic move with her feet, but something with her target that allowed to go more left to right. Gave her the strike.
5th for Rocio. Works on a spare.
Come on.
Use the 4-pin. Spoke with Carolyn top of the broadcast about taking some time off. Some injuries last year to deal with. Neck and shoulder problems. Her goal to inspire young bowlers.
Rocio, she trains full-time.
Good for
When
him.
we say, what's your occupation, you say professional bowler. That's exactly what she does. She trains in the gym. She trains on the lanes. She is dedicated to her craft
Make your move.
and being a great player.
Sixth frame. 6-10. Chance to stay clean. At this point, that's key.
Came up high the last time.
1, 2.
Both ladies have about the same ball speed, but Rocio definitely has more rotation off her hand. So the ball will slow down or see more of the lane sooner in comparison to Brandy. Brandy's more direct through the front, and her speed, like Carolyn said, creates that hold. So Rocio's going to continue to have to chase it left and move deeper inside.
There's a spare, no problem. Rocio told us pre-match, it's what you dream of. Coming through as she did last year with her 2 titles. And now on the verge of another one in the 2017 PWBA season. Grippo got a big lead on Brandy Branca, 30 pins, looking for a 3rd career PWBA Tour title. Shannon Plowski fell short today. She's joined now by Carolyn.
Shannon, you looked good out there, but the door just doesn't seem to open. I know we've talked about this off the lanes, but tell us a little bit about what you think's going on.
Well, today I tried to just have a lot more fun and not put any pressure on myself and just let it happen. And I felt like I bowled 2 really good games, made the moves, made some bad shots, but that's going to happen. So just going to keep building. I got 1 win on TV now, so we'll just keep going, and eventually it'll get there.
I'm sure you'll be there again. Good luck to you. Back to you, Dave.
CDB, thanks. And Kelly, another great effort for Shannon to get this far. She is knocking on that door pretty hard. It just won't quite open yet.
Yeah,
But she'll build on the confidence of that victory today.
She seems more relaxed. She seems more in control of what she's doing and how she's handling it. And yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I understand what she's going through, and she will win. You don't have to win a tour title to be a winner. Shannon's already a winner.
3-pin up here for Brandy Branca. Was hoping for a double in the 6th. Cut into the lead.
So almost the same target at the arrow zone, but just cut off the angle in the front part of the lane. Ball never got far enough right down the lane to that 12 zone at about 40 to 42 feet. But again, a single pin spare. Leaves a 3-pin. No problem for Brandy. She was conversing with her roommates out on tour, Amanda Green, that was here during the commercial break, just trying to maybe have a feedback, a sponge, somebody to talk it through, see what she sees, as well as her ball reps here. First time on TV, don't forget there is that shot clock, 25 seconds. You must initiate your approach before the clock strikes 0.
Seventh frame, trying to keep it interesting here. Quite find the pocket, 3-6-10.
Tough condition. I cannot say it enough. It really was like a world championship type pattern. flat as it could be. The oil was about 23 feet before it was buffed to 40. The only time we see these angles might be at the US Open show, playing extreme left to right or inside and out. We saw Shannon play a different part of her lane. Takes out the 3-6-10. Still alive in this match. But Rocio has been clean through 6 frames, looking to strike in the frame number 7. 33-pin lead.
Works on a spare here with Johnson. Back-to-back Player of the Year. Award wins on the PWBA Tour. Rocio came close last year, maybe 2017 is her MVP season. 7th frame with a big lead.
Oh, almost tries to catch the
Had
Brooklyn.
that Brooklyn strike and a 10-pin stance.
Yeah, she cut some breaks last year. Remember watching her shows? Look, left ahead pin. So, I mean, on the other side, the way the ball angles through the pins, still leaves only the 10-pin. Fortunate break, too.
There's a 10-pin. There's her spare. Rocio has had a lot of success on the PWBA Tour, winning twice last year. We told you about in Detroit and at the PWBA St. Petersburg Clearwater Open, a win over Lindsay Boomershine in the championship match. A winner last year on tour, twice. And now closing in her first show of 2017 with a title.
She should channel that show. The angles were almost very similar to when she won against Lindsay, as where she's playing right now, just slightly deeper. Did she make the big enough move?
Great shot, baby girl. Great shot.
She liked it.
She did. She did. It was a
Great
pocket
shot.
Pocket 5-pin. Watch the ball here through the pin, so really extending down the lane. The ball is rolling forward. It doesn't lose so much amount of energy. And usually the ball would angle itself into the 5-pin,
Come on.
deflect it, left just the 5-pin. Could have been the 5-7 or the 5-10. Good break. Easy spare.
No problem.
Come on.
Staying on pace. So Rocio can max out 224. Brandy needs to strike here to get some pressure on. 203 is she can max out for. Got to push. Oh, and just as Rocio left the 10-pin, as she went Brooklyn, Brandy knocks it out.
Brooklyn strike for Brandy late.
So this right lane is really have a lot of mid-lane hook. You can see the ball is trying to stand up and get taller as it does. Wow, is it extreme change. The only way to help that out, you have to go left. And I'm not just talking 2 boards, Dave. It's got to be like a 6 or on a Brooklyn strike like that, I would move probably 8 and 2. Keep the eyes very far to the right so you project the ball in that general direction. She move enough on the left?
9th frame. Didn't work out.
2-4.
2-4 stands. Rocio 1 step closer.
Takes off the wrist brace, changes to the hard plastic ball. Knocks it out.
Started bowling at 3 years old. Home in Illinois. Told you about the fact she didn't bowl in high school, had volleyball, basketball, track, thought about other sports in college, but Brandy went for bowling and did so well. Here she is against Rocio. Rocio told us these are the moments she came through in last year. Hoping to repeat the feat. Works on a spare. Nice frame. Wow, 10 down. Rocio Restrepo. Rolls so well. En route to the title.
Yeah,
Needs 5 pins. That's it.
Exactly. A good pin count right here clinches her 3rd Professional Women's Bowling Association title. And will lead her on to the Smithfield PWBA Tour Championships in Richmond, Virginia. That will take place early September, at the end of the season.
Needs 5, gets 8. And Rocio Restrepo has won the 2017 Cubica AMF PWBA Sonoma County Open with a victory here over Brandy Branca. Two titles last year, a championship in 2017, and absolutely early discussion for Player of the Year. 4-7 down. A title for Rocio Restrepo. And Kelly, let's look at the Smithfield moment of the match. Rocio's day.
Right here, the moment of the match. 9th frame, right lane. Went Brooklyn last time. Clutch strike to secure her way and win her 3rd national title. Again, onto that Smithfield Championship match. In Richmond, leaves a 4-pin. I have to say I admire Rocio. She bowls with the utmost amount of confidence. She's one of our most animated and personable players on the ladies tour. And she won her 3rd title today.
Rocio Restrepo, thumbs up. She's a champion again on the PWBA Tour. Congratulations all around.